DC the Voice, Alabama Prisoner Profiles. What's going on with y'all, man? Make sure y'all like, sub, share, comment on the video. Cash App, PayPal's in the description, man. Hit that join button and become a member of the damn channel for $2, man. I'm finna get on y'all ass, man. Hit that join button and become a member, man. And don't forget to donate if you're feeling lucky. Now, shout out to everybody that's continuing to support the platform. I appreciate y'all to no end, you feel what I'm saying? And today we got part 2 with that boy Kenzo speaking on his time in the Pennsylvania prison system, the opiate epidemic, and more, man. Now I want y'all to stop right here. If y'all haven't seen part 1 that I did like 2 weeks ago, a week ago with bro, go watch part 1, then bring your ass back and watch part 2, right? Here we go. So how long did you sit there fighting this case?
First one?
Yeah, I guess we'll just keep it to that one for now.
Because the first one, I copped out pretty quick, man. Like, my uncle always told me, my uncle always told me if you go to jail, if you go to jail, like, you don't miss no meals and you take no deals. Like he was an old school biker type dude, man, and but the first time I was like, man, I'm just trying to get the fuck out of here. Like I got into like 4 or 5 fights. I got into a fight over a chair my 3rd day in. Fucking place is a dungeon. I'm trying to get the fuck out. So they offered me 2 years probation, and that's the same 2 years probation that I carried from 05 to 2016. But I just do it like.
So your time, do they like start or like pause your time out there with the probation stuff?
They'll give you a little hit or they'll reinstate it. Like my judge would give me a little 60-day, 90-day hit, then he would reinstate my probation. He just kept doing that.
Took you that long to finally complete that.
Yeah, and then in 2009. I caught my gun case and I fought that for 33 months. And I had some serious shit on the line with that because the first offer they hit me with was a 3 to 6. And I would have had to do it like if I took that or if I got found guilty of that, I would have had to do that 3 to 6 plus the 2 probation would have been wiped. It would have just been straight prison time. So I'm like, I gotta rumble this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna fucking take 8 years. Just give me 8 years and me walk away with it. So I wound up fighting it in CFCF 33 months. And that was the longest I ever fought a case. And matter of fact, that was the longest that I was booked at any one time. Like that was my biggest chunk. And just rumbling that case, man. I was getting court dates every 10 months. Damn. You know, one time it was a year. Cause you gotta go through gun court. Like I don't say everybody, a lot of people go through gun court. And gun court was so backed up that we were getting 10-month court dates and year court dates. So rumbling that shit took long.
That's crazy. Mm-hmm. Well, I guess moving right along. What type of you have any type of hustles while you in there, or were you getting money from the streets or?
Yeah, I mean, when I was first locked up, you have the money you get locked up with, right? So like that gets put into your account and shit like that. But when that runs out, like I try not to ask my girl, like if I have one, to send me whatever. So like it would be like one of my boys or my boy's uncle, matter of fact, he would send in some boxes through the mail, you know, and I'm not breaking any news here, like, cause that shit got tore off. Like they give you copies of your mail now because of that. So like, I'm not breaking no news, but, he would send some boxes through like behind the stamp. And, there's ways to like with the Suboxone pills to like not melt them, but like add water and like paint like an orange dinosaur or some shit. Like I've seen dudes with orange dragons, a big pumpkin for Halloween, and we would just break it off like that. So Suboxone was my main hustle. Like you would see on the day they were supposed to come through the mail and shit, like you would see about like 10 to 12 white dudes just hanging around the desk. Like when you never seen it before, just waiting on that mail to come through. As soon as that mail came through, running off down the block, splitting that shit up, doing it, whatever the fuck we were doing with it.
Man,
but that, that got me through a lot of months.
That's the first time I've heard about what you were talking about with melting down the peels and putting the paste on, mixing the paste or something, like putting it on the mail and stuff like that. That's new. I hadn't heard about that.
Like draw a picture, like it would be like a little kid picture, like I said, like if it was Halloween, be a big pumpkin or like a orange whatever, you know what I'm saying? And it would be like love such and such, like make it look like a kid drew it. And then they got hip to that, just like they got hip to behind the stamp, and it all got knocked off. And then we just started doing it through visits. A friend of mine was getting strippers to come up and, bring it to him and this and that. Got a couple other people to go out and meet. And yeah, it became a big thing until it wasn't. So that shit got knocked down.
Okay. So what would you say would be, I guess, one of the worst things, one of the worst things you've seen, in case you're saving it for the channel?
No, my bad. Yeah, no, I already talked about it on my channel. Dude, so there's this jail in Pick, not jail on State Road called Pick, and it's the worst jail on State Road in Philly, man. And like nobody wants to fucking go there. Like there's so many horror stories come out of there. But anyway, they got this block called the Pokemon block where everybody's getting poked out. That's why they call it Pokemon block. I don't know how, that shit just traveled. Somebody made it up, whatever. But anyway, so I'm on another block and this white dude, and there was only like 3 or 4 of us. I think there was 3 of us. So we couldn't really like click up. So it was just like you had to watch your own yard, you know what I'm saying? Like, so anyway, he got his shit stolen, being away from his cell. Somebody ran in there, this and that. And the guard was a ratchet ass female guard. So he goes up to her and says, I think I need to move. Like he wasn't a jail dude at all. I think I need to move. Like I got my stuff stolen, this and that. She told him, get the fuck back to your cell. Like just totally disrespected this. Like, he wasn't too old, but he was older than me. Just totally disrespected this guy. Like, get the fuck back to your cell. So he goes back to his cell, and then like there was a bunch of dudes that would hang around the desk. So they come up to the desk and this and that. They know they just robbed this dude. So they see him come up to the desk, so they come up to see what the fuck he wanted. Oh, he wanted off the block. So automatically in their mind, they're thinking, oh, he's going to try to get off the block. He's going to tell on us. So they went in that cell 4 deep, stabbed the shit out of that dude, man. All you heard was the screaming, the moaning and shit. Dude tried crawling out. He got like a little more than half of his body out of the cell. They drug him back in. All you seen was a streak of blood on the floor. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, they're really going to kill this dude because this chick's on. She ain't going to do nothing about it. But it wound up getting so bad that she had to call the code. She would have lost her fucking job or got, locked up as an accessory because everybody knew what was going on. And, what I mean? So they life flighted that dude.
Is that like a common thing you say with guards that don't give a damn? Like some of them are ratchet, like come from the streets and stuff like that.
Absolutely, man. Like they're bringing it. They're street dudes, street chicks. They're either bringing shit in for people or looking out for them with food, looking the other way when they do this and that. It's Philly's a big city, but a lot of people know a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So the guard might know your cousin, and if that happens, you're golden. Yeah. So they would bring shit in, guards giving it up. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, just dude, if you go into Philly and you expect some assistance from the guards, good fucking luck.
Man. So do they have like a staffing issue there too, or
a staffing?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're always short staffed, man. Like they cut out overtime like a long time ago because this one CO made over $1 million in overtime money.
Damn.
Like he was an African dude. Like he never went home. Like he was famous throughout the jail for like when everybody found out that he made over $1 million from overtime, they cut that shit out quick. So, and then just people not coming to work, like Saturday morning, don't even think about coming out because they go out Friday night and, it's just like we would do, you know what I'm saying? Go to the bar or whatever and just not come to work the next day, just call the fuck out. You're stuck in your cell. So, yeah, they do got a staffing problem besides them being fucking useless. And, yeah, they do got a staffing problem.
And what did you, speeding up, I guess to your last time being released. I know you said in our interview last time you've been out now for 6 years. So this past time when you came home, what did you first get into, like, legal wise? Like, what type of positive stuff you got going on today?
Yeah, so I got out in 2018. I had a detainer from Bucks County. It's county right outside Philadelphia, and I had a detainer from there because I had probation, a non-reporting probation. But then I got locked up in Philly for drug charge and shit like that, and I wound up copping out to the drug charge. And matter of fact, that was the last time I copped drugs. That time I got caught in Philly, and that was the last time I copped on the street. And then so I wind up taking what the hell was it? Sorry, I think it was like 9 months. 9 months suspended. Like I had to keep my nose clean for 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
And so I took that public defender and all that. So I went up to Bucks County, and the judge up there was like, "You violated me so many times, this and that. Like I'm just gonna get rid of you. Like you're off the docket." Because like I was in the dog program in Philly, and Bucks County was heavily involved in that, and so I had a pretty good reputation in that program. I did really well.
What's the dog program for my audience?
Yeah, so the dog program is like I don't know if you ever seen this show, Pit Bulls and Parolees.
Yeah.
So you're in jail with a dog, right? So like it was this special kind of jail with cubes, like little cubes. There would be 2 sets of bunk beds, and then you got the dog crates over here. So you got to walk them, train them. The big thing was training them because they came from kill shelters. Like if you didn't train them and they didn't get adopted, like you were basically saving their life. Like if they couldn't be trained to where these high profile people would adopt them, they would be gone. And so yeah, I did real good in that program, and wound up passing with the dude who was in charge of the dog with me, and yeah, so he got wind of that, and he's like, "You know what, man? I'm just going to terminate your probation." I'm like, "What?" So like that was the first time like I was off papers. I was just like, "Man, this is going to be my last time. I'm not getting high no more, and this and that." And last year I became a peer recovery specialist at this place called Community Health Center. I hold groups 10 times a month through Zoom, and yeah, man, it's great. And I got another job, where I do long distance moves. And but yeah, I hold groups for people, recovering addicts. I'm getting better at as it goes on, and yeah, I really feel like I'm doing some good, man. But in my area, you lose a lot of people, man. Like a lot, some people don't show up. Like 3 people, are gone now because of the shit, and it just fucking sucks, man. So that's why I try to get the word out on my channel, like to stay away from that shit. Like I've seen every aspect of the shit, from unfortunately selling it because I had to using it, to now trying to help people from not using it. You know what I mean? So I've seen all aspects of the shit.
That's what's up, bro. A lot of people have no idea about the drug shit and the issues that people go through with that. And it should really be wild how some people like don't understand, like the loved ones. You're trying to explain shit to them and they don't understand because they haven't been on the spike themselves, or something to that degree. But that's real. I don't even think I'd heard that shit. Have you announced that on your channel about the peer recovery? I might have missed it.
Yeah. I said it in a couple of videos, like live stream or whatever. But yeah, like you know, like I put it on Instagram. Like I put certain like little videos on Instagram. Like if somebody's going through something to DM me, like I'll talk to them. I'll talk them through it. Like I'm not, you know, like I'm not trying to be Captain Planet or nothing over here, man. But I've seen like how destructive that shit can be, man. Like I've seen, like in my neighborhood, I've seen people from Utah, Montana, like just stuck in Philly, like because they wanted to come east for whatever the fuck reason. They wound up in like, how'd you wind up here? And the stories they got are crazy. Like, you know, I wish I would run into these people. You know what I mean? Like, I would get them on. Like, their stories are just like to travel that far and to wind up being stuck in a strange city that you ain't from, and all you know is where to get dope. You know, that's fucked up. You're living on the street and all that.
And are like the majority of these, are some of these people like already into this shit when they come, or it's like you come and fucking opiates swallow you up in the city of Philly whole, like just a
Yeah,
random opiates will grab you like walking down the street, like
I think both, man. You know, like now, like unfortunately, Kensington's like famous. You know, because
so
like a
people
lot of
are coming from far. Like I want to go out there to get the good shit.
yeah, like you know, they must be. You know, because I never really asked like, you know, what made you come here. It's just like,
Mm-hmm.
damn, you're here. Like, you know, I guess I did ask, but I never really got an answer. It was just like a rhetorical question, like, what the fuck you doing here? But you know, like, I guess they just come east. You know, I don't know. I don't know what the scene's like out where they're from. Like, I imagine in Utah, it's not that bad. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you got the urge bad enough, you're gonna chase the shit. But to chase it that far is crazy. And yeah, they just wind up stuck. And like half the people that are in Kensington, like you see in those videos and that I see and shit like that, it's like they're intense. Like they're intense because they can't leave, and they're not, and most of them are not from here. Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't recognize most of these people, and it's like, where the fuck did
When
they
you
come from?
say like stuck, it's like the drugs have a hold on them and they kind of really don't want, like, I'm gonna be sick. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
and most people that are doing that, like they already burnt bridges with their family and shit. So like the chances of them getting a Western Union or a Cash App for a fucking Greyhound ticket to get back home, well, it's not that likely. You know what I mean? And even if they do, they're probably going to take that money and go buy dope. You know,
See,
so it's,
man, you
yeah,
just
it's
brought
just
that home to me because I was literally thinking, like, damn, why can't you? You could just call someone, but it's like shit. Like you just like, yeah, they probably done burnt the bridges. Like,
yeah,
ain't calling them. Like,
they probably got kicked out. You know, when they were on the street in their area and just decided to go somewhere else, not knowing how bad the shit could be. Like my girl's brother wanted to get clean and shit from Connecticut, and he's like, man, you know, can I come down? I'm like, dude, that would be the worst fucking thing you'd ever do in your life, bro.
yeah,
Like to come down here, you know what I mean? But he winded up coming down here, and you know, the shit didn't turn out right, and yeah, he was on the street for a while because he wound up stealing from me. That's a long story short. He wound up running away, and he wound up going back to fuck home. But he went home worse than worse than how he came. You know what I mean? It's usually
yeah,
how it happens.
that's crazy.
Yeah, man.
So, what? I'm just moving on. In the interest of your time, what led you to start the YouTube channel, and what type of plans you got for it in the future?
So what really led me was like kind of like a BS reason, honestly. Like I wanted to hear some, like, even though I've been there so many times, I wanted to hear some people that experienced the same shit I did in the same places I did. And I couldn't find nothing, you know what I mean? Like, and Jay Williams was the only one like talking about like how he did time in Philly and told a couple stories and this and that. And plus me starting to do the peer recovery shit, like I'm like, maybe I could tell, you know, my stories and this and that and help people at the same time. So that's what kind of got me. Like I just went, fuck it. I'm just gonna throw up a video, you know, about like probably the craziest thing I've seen locked up. Well, you asked me the craziest thing, but like that, I gave you like the most severe thing. But the craziest thing I seen was the riot that happened on the block over fucking orange juice. That story's on my channel. But so I threw that video up. That was my first one. And yeah, and I just wanted to reach people, man. Like try to keep people out, bro. Like, cause like I thought about the failures I had in my life and the fact that if I had somebody older than me or not even older than me that just told me what this shit was really about, I would probably be a different. My life trajectory would have been totally different. But I didn't have that, and if somebody can get that from me, great. Like even if I could just keep one person away from the shit that I've been through, I'm good with that. Like I'm really happy about that. But yeah, just to and as far as what's coming up, like I'm gonna start doing new formats, like reacting to stuff, like trying to in a different way, like jail scenes in movies and shit like that, like just jail and street crime type of stuff. Just start I'm not gonna be like naming names and shit like that, but just reacting to shit that everybody already knows about. I'm not gonna become some kind of crime reporter or nothing, but just reacting type shit, giving my opinion on certain things that go on. Because one thing you always know is crime's never going to stop. If that's your content, it's never going to stop, unfortunately. So, but yeah, that's pretty much what I got planned.
Hell yeah, man! I appreciate you coming on. And like I said, I watched all your stuff, and like I was gonna. Jay Williams was the one, and then you really brought home with the CFCF House of Corrections. Like when you were talking about those, that's where I had first heard those, and I was like, okay, different perspective right here from this dude.
Absolutely, I've been in them joints way too many times, and yeah, man, you're welcome. Thank you for having me so much. I appreciate it, man. Like, love what you do.
All my subs, y'all go check out the Kenzo Files and subscribe. Check bro shit out. Like, subscribe, share his content. Y'all hit the like button here. DC the Boys, Alabama Prisoner Profiles. Kenzo, we appreciate you.
Same here, brother. Thanks, man.
And there y'all have it, man. Part 2 with that boy Kenzo, man. I done watched all bro stuff. Like I done told you already, bro has a great upcoming channel. Y'all make sure y'all take y'all ass over there and subscribe to bro channel. Leave a comment. Tell them DC from Alabama Prisoner Profiles sent y'all over there, man. Like, comment, subscribe, Cash App, PayPal, hit that join button, become a member of the channel, y'all. DC the Voice, Alabama Prisoner Profiles.